So if you are on a Mac or you don't have OneNote, you're going to want to use Evernote. You can use the OneNote web app. So I'll show you that. Is this going to sign me in automatically? No, it's not. Okay, so you can use the OneNote web app. If you click on this, you'll see this. You'll see everything that you'll see the exact same notebook as everybody else. The problem is you won't be able to do editing, and you won't be able to save it locally. So it really is a second best solution. However, it will always be there for you to reference if you wanted to do that. However, Evernote is great, and there will be hardly any difference between what you're doing and what the people in OneNote are doing. The one big plus, actually, sorry, let me not get ahead of myself. The one big plus about Evernote is that their mobile apps are way better. So for your Droid or your iPod or iPhone or whatever, they're really good. So there you have that. So here's what you're going to want to do to get going. You're going to want to come to our home page, our Learn page, and click on the Evernote notebook. And if you're already in Evernote, then you may be able to skip some of these steps. But this will bring you to our shared notebook, and you have no permissions at this point. It doesn't know who you are. And so it's saying, do you want to join this notebook, or do you want to just view it? You can just view it, but it's highly not recommended because you won't be able to do anything. So what you want to do is you want to join the notebook. Okay, so you click on, you say, I want to join the notebook. At that point, it'll say, okay, well, if you want to join a notebook, you need to be part of the Evernote community, completely free. So what you're going to want to do is come here and create an account. I already have an account, so I don't need to create one, but you'll need to create one. Once you do that, you'll have you'll use your email address as your username, and create a password just like you do all the time for everything else. And there you go. You're in Evernote. Okay, so then you'll come down here, and you will sign in. Okay, so you'll sign in. So now at this point, your username is now associated, and you have joined this notebook. You do not have editing rights on this notebook. Okay, so this is now the second step that we have to take to get you to be able to use this most effectively. This is really just a source for you to be able to collect the information that we put out through Evernote, but you need to be able to do things, make your own notes. So what you're going to want to do as a second step is you want to go to the Evernote website. Okay, so go to evernote.com, and you'll see lots of things here. There's lots of things. Learn. Evernote is an amazing program. If you haven't seen it before, it's fantastic. But what you're going to want to do is download Evernote. Okay, so you're going to want to come here and get it for whatever you want. They have it for Windows. My guess is that they're telling me I can't. It would have pulled up Mac if I was on a Mac. I don't know that for sure, but it definitely exists for Mac. You're going to want to pull down the desktop version. Okay, I already have that. Okay, so I'm going to close out of here. So here's my desktop version over here. I'm going to open Evernote. Okay, so you don't have to do this, but believe me, you want to have the desktop version. So now you have to come here and you have to sign in to your sorry, I can't type and talk at the same time. You want to sign in here, and when you do that, so you're going to see that I have a bunch of other things going on here, but you're going to see that so it should now show up. It should synchronize this notebook. The AFM 361 for students should synchronize. And at this point, you're going to want to figure out, okay, what views do you want to use? And there's all these different things. But so there's one view. As I mentioned, though, you can't edit this. Okay, now kind of yeah, it looks like you can because I'm in as me, and I can. It's my book, but you won't be able to edit it. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come here, and you are going to want to create a new notebook. Okay, and you definitely want to synchronize it because then it'll be available from anywhere in the world via the internet, and call it whatever you want to call it. My 361 notebook, any name you want, of course. Click that, and now you've got an empty notebook. And now what I'm going to recommend is what we're going to do, as you saw in the other videos, we're going to have these starting points, and then you're going to get what was done in class. So all I'm recommending, you just come here and you say copy the note, and it's going to say where do you want to put it. And for some reason my 361 notebook is not coming up. Why is that? There. So you have to come here, I have to click here, preserve, I don't know what that is. Okay, copy, and now you can see I have my own Now you will be able to edit this. This will be entirely your own. This is entirely your own notebook. You can do whatever you want with it. It's not shared with anybody. Okay, so there you go. Now, you will also be able to do the same thing with the filled ones once they come. So one of the big disadvantages of this over OneNote is that these all come in as pictures, whereas in OneNote they'll be kind of editable for them. These come in as pictures for you. So the one way, especially the big problem is we can't embed Excel files the way we do in OneNote. So to get around that, what we will do is we will create, we'll embed them like kind of a second time. So here will be the picture of the file, of the Excel file that we use. But here, within this thing right here, within OneNote, when you click on this, this will, is it a double click? I don't know. This will open up the file and you can work on it all you want. When you save it, it's saved locally for you. And so it's just as good as the thing in OneNote. Okay, so but unfortunately it's not gonna update this picture as it does in OneNote. Okay, so that's the one small difference. Okay, other than that, this is where it's at. So this file, every time you open Evernote, this will be updated. This 361 for students will fill in with all the things that we add to it over the term. And so what you're going to want to do is have the starting point. Now pull it over to your notebook. Going to want to come here and answer your questions the way you want to answer them. Say whatever you want to say. Okay, come through, preview, take notes. You can take all the notes that you want. Just insert yourself some space. Yikes, insert yourself some space and say these are my notes. Okay. The other disadvantage of Evernote, if you are someone who has a stylus or likes to write, you can only have notes that are either handwritten notes or typed notes. They can't do both, which OneNote can. But most of you guys are typing and not writing anyway. So that is how you are going to use Evernote throughout the term. Okay, and you'll notice that if you want to, you can decide to, actually this is synchronized, so when you go in now to the internet version on any computer in the world, sign into Evernote with your user ID, you'll see my 361 notebook there, only for you. You can share it with people obviously if you want to, but that's another thing for you to choose. Okay, I hope that's clear. If you have any questions, please let me know, and good luck.